Well, it's the top of the hour. I'm Ken the Metal Professor. You are listening to WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana. And that concludes Mostly Metal, although at the end of this next hour, if there's some time left before the top of the next hour, I'll squeeze in a couple more metal tunes. But for the next 45 minutes or so, I bring to you the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program.
Your insubordination will not be tolerated.
This is now the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program with your host, Ken the Metal Professor. It's still me after last hour. So the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program has been very spotty in coverage over the last few months for expected reasons. Wrestling shows are picking back up, and I'm going to try to start getting out to some. In fact, next weekend I hope to be out in South Bend for Revolution Championship Wrestling's show, Things That Go Bump in the Night, scheduled the same night as Backbreaker Wrestling show in Griffith. I've done Backbreaker multiple times. I love being there, but maybe this time I'm gonna head east instead of sticking around in the Northwest neighborhood here for next week. But that's next week. Yesterday afternoon, I went down to DeMotte for a show that I had mixed feelings about because it was a wrestling show, and that's always good, but it was a memorial tribute wrestling show for Austin Fury, who is a regional wrestler who's been in the scene for several years, still very young, but a favorite among workers and fans, and he passed away within the last 2 weeks. Last week on Mostly Metal, I played some songs with the word Fury in the title as sort of a musical tribute, and his friends in the region worked really hard to whip up a wrestling show with like 1 week's notice in his honor, and they put it on yesterday down in DeMotte, Indiana. So I felt it was important to go there and record what I could and bring this back for you to listen to. If you're kind of a newcomer to the show and you haven't heard this part of it before, you've only heard the metal part, you might think, wait, wrestling on the radio? What the heck? Wrestling's a very visual thing, and it is, and I don't record the whole, well, I do actually end up recording pretty much the whole show, but I trim it down to digestible pieces where there's some sort of useful discussion or description from me about what's actually happening. So it's mostly who are the matches, what are the important things that happened, and who won, right? And so usually a 2 or 3 hour show will get squished down to about 40 to 45 minutes, and this is the same. So without further ado, I'm going to play for you delayed audio coverage of the Austin Fury Memorial Show from yesterday in DeMotte. Professor, and I am representing WVLP in the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program. It's Saturday afternoon on a sunny day, outdoors in a farm field in DeMotte. And this is a wrestling show that I wish I wasn't covering because it's a memorial tribute to regional favorite Austin Fury, who passed away a week or so ago from the date of this event. So a lot of his friends and former companions have joined together to put on this tribute show. It's being hosted outdoors at one of the locations where he very first got his start in the scene. So there's a ring in the field, guardrails, concessions, the usual stuff, but we're outdoors. It's nice so far. I'm not sure what the sound is going to be like because I've never recorded a show outdoors. You can hear the wind, and we'll see how well the sound from the ring carries to where I'm set up, but I'll tell you what's been going on. And again, this is the Austin Fury Memorial Show from DeMotte, Indiana.
And today, we're going to honor best way we know how. And we're going to put on one heck of a show. Come on out, guys.
This is Rick
All right,
Raid.
So we'll start this out pretty obviously with a 10-bell salute for Austin Fury. So, whenever you're ready with the bell. But yeah, like Joseph said, we're out here paying tribute to Austin best way we know how. Wrestling. All these guys, I mean, I think we've probably all wrestled Austin, all knew Austin, so I know you guys are excited, kind of a, bittersweet way, but this wrestling, this is what Austin loves to do, better than most people I've met, man. So tonight, get in here, bust your ass, do what Austin would do, perform your freaking hearts out, and let's put on the best show that we can for the best wrestlers that we've ever met, Austin freaking Fury!
Oh man, I'm excited.
Jared Kripke.
I'm excited though because I've been training all week because I can't hit a super kick worth crap. And that was Austin's finisher, and so, well, at least I couldn't. But I think now I feel like I hit the best super kick for Austin today. That, and then the cannonball I'm gonna hit, man. Best cannonball you guys are gonna see the entire show. Yeah. What do you mean? I rode with Austin he taught me how to do it.
I got a much better super kick than you do, dude. Really? I got a much better super kick. Much better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could do a much better Austin Fury super kick than you can, bro. All due respect, I got a much better Austin Fury super kick. I know I got a better one than King Joe.
I suppose it's a memorial for Austin Fury, and people in the ring are already arguing. Here comes Maverick Cage to sort this out.
Okay? What better way to represent Austin in the memory of Austin than to have Jared Kripke versus Rick Raid versus King Joe in the main event tonight? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? The brother of Austin Fury in the main event. Now, that's a lot. That's a lot of electricity to contain in the ring. You guys are going to need a special enforcer for this. And that man is Maverick Cage. Me, I will be the special enforcer tonight for this huge triple threat match.
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, that action will take place in your main event of the evening. But first, ladies and gentlemen, to honor Austin's memory, we will have the first ever Austin Fury Battle Royal! And the action starts now.
Everybody who is out for the 10-bell salute is now charging into the ring for this opening battle royal. The Austin Fury Memorial Show here in DeMott, Indiana. I'm not going to do as much chatter during this as I might during other coverages of events, just because it's for a different reason, as Rick Raid said. Everybody's excited for a show, but for a bittersweet reason. So I'll let you know what's been going on. Such as Rancid Joey Rack just biting the arm of somebody in the ring. So after a few short minutes, we're down to only 3 people in the ring. Thomas Keith, Kyle Cross. One other person that I don't recognize. Keith is gone. Kyle Cross is gone. We'll find out who the mystery gentleman is.
Winner, Damian Black.
Damian Black, of course, from NGW.
I don't know who you have all here, but
This is Damian Black
I'll
speaking.
take anybody on. Anybody. So, which one of you boys am I going to put in the hospital? Because I'll either break one of your legs, one of your arms. Why would you do that? Because I can. Ladies and gentlemen,
Looks
if you
like
wanna see
Michael
a
Pierce.
2-on-1 handicap match.
And a partner will accept Damian Black's
All
open
right,
challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, your official for this contest, B.J. Porter. Introducing first, to my right, weighing 267 pounds, hailing from the Devil's Crossroads, Damian Black.
Ref BJ Porter rocking the amazing mullet.
Introducing his first opponent in this 2-on-1 match, weighing 320 pounds. He hails from Valparaiso, Indiana. He is the legend in the making, Michael Pierce.
All right, Valparaiso. He's my favorite now.
His partner, hailing from Hammond, Indiana, weighing 260 pounds, Wade Evans.
I like Wade Evans now because he's Michael Pierce's partner, and Michael Pierce is from Valparaiso. From the way this match is going, you wouldn't know it's a handicap match. One Damian Black against 2 opponents, because he's sort of setting the stage here and setting the momentum for himself. He messed with Michael Pierce for a while, then decided he wanted Michael Pierce's partner to come in, so he tossed Pierce into the corner so that they would tag. And now he's taking care of business again. The Russian leg sweep and a whip into the corner. Oh, but he just missed a charge and hurt himself, which allows Pierce to get tagged back in. Maybe he's fresh.
And here are your winners as a result of a pinfall. The team of Michael Pierce and Wade Evans.
Pierce wins with a big splash right on top of Damian Black.
Hailing from Valparaiso, Indiana, he witnessing in at 210 pounds, Nick Diamond.
That's right.
Another Valpo person. Why do I not know these people?
You're booing me. You know what?
Say now, Nick Diamond is not treating the crowd with respect, and so on one hand, he's from Valpo, and I should root for him. But on the other hand, he's acting kind of like a jerk, so I'm sort of hoping Billy the Kid kicks his butt. Nope, and Nick Diamond has already gotten so aggravated with the crowd, he stormed off, leaving Billy the Kid alone in the ring.
You're not supposed to cheer for that.
And he's coming back. Nick Diamond just went up on the second turnbuckle for a moonsault, then hit it but didn't get a pinfall. He's been very chatty this whole match, not in a nice way with the audience. And that was him screaming in frustration that he can't get a pinfall. Did I just say finfall? Pinfall. And Billy the Kid just turned Nick Diamond inside out with a clothesline. Billy the Kid with a knee to the forehead off of the second rope. And that didn't get a pinfall either. And now they're just trading punches and kicks. No style left in this one. Nick Diamond's trying a submission.
Give up, you bald hippie! Why is your head so slippery?
Billy the Kid just hit a big backdrop on Nick Diamond. Stood up, energized, shouted to the crowd, "That's how it's done!" And then he just fell over on his face. And now both men are down on the mat. Ref is counting. Nick Diamond's to his feet first. Looked like he was trying for a ripcord clothesline, but Billy the Kid caught him in the middle of it. Clothesline and pinfall.
It's all about pinfall. Billy the Kid. The following for helping make this afternoon a possibility: Grace Fellowship Church, Lafayette Cracker Barrel, Victoria, DeMott Boxing Club, Katie's Bunch Food Truck, Hobart Scrax, Rensselaer Marathon, Carrie Stepp, Brenda Guru, Amy Renee McCroot, Brandon Nelson, the Higginbotham family, Jolene Hood, the Holly Hoffman family, Team Iconic, with lifting leaders, real estate, Caitlin Holly and Jessica Markusik. And of course, thank you to each and every one of you for being here this evening. Once again, all proceeds are being donated to Austin's family. Thank you. Give yourselves a huge round of applause for being here and supporting Austin and his family. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
I'm already pissed off that I gotta be in DeMont, Indiana on a Saturday. And I gotta look at all you freaks sitting out here.
Close your eyes. Better look at yourself in the mirror.
Angry
This is what
Michael.
I gotta come out to?
You don't got to.
Bunch of hillbillies sitting out here? Now this is what a professional wrestler looks like. Not this other garbage that's been out here.
Angry Michael
Everybody
Allen is
get
pointing
up.
at
And cheer for this man
Xavier
right
Black.
now. This is what wrestling looks like. Not this red-beard freak that's going to come out here next.
Looking forward to finding out who the red-beard freak is. The red-haired, red-bearded guy is the luxurious one, Cliff Caviar. Looking more like a mountain man than luxurious. But it's been a while since I've seen him.
Your special guest referee, Sean Shaddix.
Yeah, for at least the second time now, Xavier Black has distracted the ref while Michael Allen from outside the ring does some damage to Cliff Caviar. I'm not sure I like this version of Michael Allen. Something's happened to him. In the meantime, both of the workers that had been introduced us from Valparaiso have already left the backstage area and headed for the parking lot, which is understandable because when you're from Valparaiso, you know, you're important, you're in high demand, you've got places to go, people are counting on you. So I hope they're off to good things. Caviar with a 2 count on Black. Not quite enough. Black is still on the mat. Caviar is going up to the second rope to try to come off with an elbow, and Michael Allen shakes the ropes, makes him fall off. You know, they announced the main event as having a special enforcer. The International Physical Specimen Maverick Cage. I'm thinking this match needed a special enforcer just to keep Michael Allen in check. I think the shenanigans are going to commence. Caviar had Xavier Black in a shoulder carry, and in the process of spinning him around, clocked Xavier Black's legs into the ref, so the ref is down. Caviar is checking on the ref, and in the meantime, Black takes advantage. Knee to the side of the head and a shining wizard. Of course, now the ref is down, so we can't count the pinfall. And before we got to 3, Caviar kicked out.
Pinball, Cliff Caviar.
After a knee to the side of the head, Cliff Caviar gets the win. So all of Michael Allen's interference was for nothing. That's the end of the first half of delayed audio coverage of the Austin Fury Memorial Wrestling Show from DeMott, Indiana yesterday afternoon. This is Ken the Metal Professor. You're listening to this coverage on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana. It was an outdoor show in the afternoons. It was very sunny and it was windy. And I brought my sunscreen like a good boy, and I had a hat, and I sunscreened my arms and my legs, above and below the knee, back of my neck, cheeks. What I've missed was my forehead. And while I was wearing a hat sometimes, the sun was kind of pointing directly at us. Not a whole lot of cloud cover, just wispy clouds that would get in the way of the sun once in a while. So my forehead is kind of dry and crackly today. I'm imagining it's going to be peeling pretty good in the next couple of days. So the audio is, I guess I can be heard okay. The people talking into the mic very solidly can be heard. The ring noise can be heard somewhat. Michael Allen could definitely be heard, but he's obnoxious, so he can always be heard. And the wind is that rumbling noise that you hear. Now, I had a table set up with a couple of mics, as I normally do, and a little mixing board there. And they're directional mics, but the problem was that I needed them pointed towards the ring to capture as much ring noise as possible, and that's also the direction that the wind was coming from. And so it was sort of a double whammy. It was either get the wind with the ring noise or get none of it. And so we're kind of stuck with that wind noise. But the second half is coming up right now, another 24 minutes of audio or so. And there will be 3 matches in this half, including, obviously, the main event and then a nice little closing to this, being that it was a memorial show for local regional favorite Austin Fury. So here comes set number 2.
Hailing from Indianapolis, Indiana, he weighed in the scene at 240 pounds, Thomas Keith.
Intermission is over. Second half of the show is underway. Thomas Keith is in the ring.
Introducing next.
And Street Grub Joey Rancid is his opponent.
And introducing.
Their opponent is Gideon. Must be another 2-on-1 match. Total weight, they're evenly matched because Gideon is a large mammal. Rancid and Gideon are sizing each other up in the ring. Rancid likes to bite people, but Gideon might think of Rancid as a light snack. With a test of strength to start things off, going for the classics. My money's on Gideon. Gideon and Rancid are both biting Thomas Keith's arms. But it's daytime. It's not a full moon, so it's okay. So while Gideon was focused on Joey Rancid, Thomas Keith came up behind him and attempted a little payback by biting Gideon's arm. Gideon was totally unfazed, and he just turned around and is now beating the heck out of Keith. And it's still windy. Rancid and Keith cooperating on the outside of the ring, running Gideon into the ring post. Rancid's holding Gideon in place while Keith hits him with a drop kick. Then while Gideon's down, Keith attacks Rancid and rolls him into the ring. They're each definitely taking advantage of the other person when they can, and then reversing things. Ooh. Keith had Rancid in a surfboard and then just kicked his face into the mat from the back of his shoulders. And 3 count.
And here is your winner as a result of our pinfall, Thomas Green.
After the match was over, Thomas Keith stood up rack and shouted, "This one's for Austin," and drop kicked, or super kicked, Joey Rack and walked off to the back. Gideon, being the humanitarian that he is, came back to assist Rack and is now carrying his limp corpse around the ring so everybody can see him, and hauling Joey Rack off to the back. Joey Rancid.
195 pounds, hailing from Gary, Indiana, Kyle Cross.
Well, I thought I caught the introduction of Kyle Cross's opponent, Austin Ray. He was introduced as weighing in at 199.9 pounds and being really good at headlocks or something. He's accompanied by Michael Allen, so we'll have to listen to him again. Kyle Cross came to the ring holding up an Austin Fury shirt. Kyle Cross puts his hand out in an offer of sportsmanship to start this match, which is a submission match. No pinfalls. It can only end in a submission. And Austin accepts the handshake, but with his other hand makes a rude gesture. Aiden, not Austin. Well, this is a submission match, and so maybe it kind of makes sense that they've opened the match by trading, well, I'll call them nipple twisters. Aiden at least has a shirt on. Kyle Cross is not wearing a shirt and has chest hair that gives Aiden extra leverage in such a move. But neither one of them got the better of the other, so no submissions yet. Kyle Cross hit a crossbody splash in the corner onto Aiden, and then ran back to the opposite corner, announced he was going to do it again, which sort of gave away the game, so Aiden got out of the way. Cross turnbuckled himself. And now Aiden has the upper hand. Allen is taunting him while he's in the corner. I'll find out later just how loud that smack was that Aiden gave to Kyle Cross. So this is a submission match, which I take to mean no disqualification. So the ref might be working harder than he needs to when he's counting for releases in the corner. Now Aiden's got Cross in a pretty wicked-looking sleeper hold sort of combination. I don't know what it's called. but imagine an angry octopus wrapping up its prey. He's got all 4 limbs involved. Oh, but Cross rolls out of it. And now he's got him in a sharpshooter. Alan is pushing the ring rope towards Aiden so he can grab it, but he's too far away. Again, would there be rope breaks in this match? I don't know. And that was it. Cross gets ready to tap out.
Kyle Cross.
It's sort of pleasing to watch Michael Allen have to help Aiden back to the curtain since he can't walk properly after that submission hold.
All right, folks, it's raffle time. Have your tickets in hand. We're going to be doing 3 drawings. Get the raffles over here.
Going to take a crazy guess that the raffle drawing is not exciting radio.
Drawing names, okay. Thank you. All right, the next 4 will be for the tattoo gift certificate.
You know, I said the raffle drawing wouldn't be exciting radio, but there's been 5 numbers drawn, and all 5 have only gone to 2 different people. Kimmy has won 3, and a little guy has won 2. Now finally a third person has won, but still Arizona called and they want an audit of these results.
Brandon Holmes.
The big raffle giveaway was an autographed Fozzy
Give yourselves a big
album,
round of applause for support.
autographed by everybody in the band.
Once again, we still got some concession items left, ice cold beverages. Thank you to everyone who donated this evening. It's with great pleasure that I welcome my co-ring announcer for your main event, Ron Butcher.
Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Ryan Anderson. I just met Ryan for the first time today. He's a good guy, I guess. John Downs, I didn't even know you was here, brother. Congratulations on the baby. Yeah, I love the reveal. That was awesome. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, like Ryan said, my name's Ron Butcher. I'm the ring announcer for New Generation Wrestling out of Crawfordsville, Indiana. John, he's a rep. Helps us a lot. Austin wrestled with us in the early years of NGW. A few times when we moved from Bernardsville, Indiana, up to Crawfordsville. And I'm very proud to be in this ring today, honoring his memory. With that said, are you guys ready for tonight's main event? DeMott, Indiana, the last time tonight for Austin Fury. Are you ready? Introducing first, he is the main enforcer for tonight's match. He is the international physical specimen. He's wrestled all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Maverick Cage.
Maverick Cage upgraded from the physical specimen to the international physical specimen after wrestling in Europe. He hasn't been in the ring for a couple of years, but he is looking fine, just as handsome as ever. Well groomed. Rocking the referee duds with class. Looking ready to lay down the law as needed during this match.
From the wastelands of Chicago, Rick Raid. gentlemen, the man that put this all together for us tonight, he is the bearded dragon from Benton County, Indiana, Jared Kripke.
Rick Raid up there playing mind games with Maverick Cage. There's a pad hanging off of a turnbuckle, and Raid angrily brought the attention of that to Maverick Cage, who, if he's the enforcer for this match, he's responsible for the safety of the ring. While he was fixing that one, Raid started going to other corners and loosening up those turnbuckles. And now he's sending Cage from corner to corner to fix the turnbuckle pads that he himself is untying.
Last but very not least, from right here in DeMott, Indiana, he is Austin freaking Fury's brother, King Joe!
Good job, Ron Butcher. The main event, Jared Kripke, Rick Raid, and King Joe, with the international physical specimen Maverick Cage as the special enforcer, rocking the zebra stripes with class. The three men sizing each other up with the finger wiggles. No test of strength there. Ray just drop kicked, super kicked King Joe, and then Jared Kripke returned the favor right into the face of Rick Raid. King Joe is pretty spry at ducking out of the way of these things and then returning the favor. So this has been a symphony of super kicks so far. So Kripke was pushing King Joe down into the second rope facing outward, getting him in, you know, what Rey Mysterio would do for the 619. Rick Raid came from the outside and started choking King Joe on the ropes. So Kripke decided to do a 619, intending to hit Rick Raid, but Raid ducked. Kripke hit King Joe with it instead. I don't think he intended that. But then Kripke went to the top turnbuckle, leapt out of the ring onto Rick Raid, who's outside on the grass. Now there's chair play going on. Kripke whacked Rick Raid in the back with it, and King Joe just punched the chair right into Jared Kripke's face. Special Enforcer Maverick Cage reminded the participants here that there is no disqualification, and if they want to hit each other a few more times, that's absolutely fine. All three are outside the ring now. There is no padding on the ground outside the ring, and King Joe just dropped Jared Kripke right on his head like a jart. Old people remember jarts. Oh, Kripke's going up to the scaffolding on the entrance.
Oh my gosh!
Kripke just jumped off the scaffolding onto both opponents. I actually paused the recording to try to catch a picture, but it's so bright I can't see my phone screen, so I'll have to check it later, see what it looked like. Kripke has both men in opposite corners of the ring. King Joe is down on his butt. Raid is standing up in his corner. Kripke comes in for a drop kick. Rick Raid jumps out of the way. And now he's got Kripke up on that top turnbuckle. climbing up to meet him. Standing up on that top rope in suplex position. Kripke's now joined him on the top rope. And gravity does its thing. Raid came down on top of Kripke, went for a pinfall. King Joe broke it up. Raid's pissed, shoving the special enforcer Maverick Cage, who is not putting up with that, and now the two of them are beating each other. Raid kicks Cage, and he is down and out. And then Kripke kicks Raid when he turns around. A pedigree, but Cage is not in a position to count. Audience is helpful with counting of their own.
We're going back and forth then for Austin.
Cannonball by Kripke, number one. Number two. Number three. And then 619 to the back of Rick Raid's head. Now, maybe my terminology wasn't right. Cannonballs are usually when you run into the corner and do a forward somersault. This time, Kripke was running into the corner and then doing a rotated backwards flip. So, a reverse cannonball? I don't know. Raid put Kripke down in a DDT. Kripke was like vertical on his head for about 4 seconds before he finally tipped over. But Raid had sort of forgotten about King Joe in the background, and now King Joe is pummeling Raid in the corner. Joe whipped Raid into the corner. He's down. Kripke is climbing to his feet. Joe puts him in a fireman carry slam and drops him backwards. Cage is finally coming to. Joe and Kripke disposed of Raid outside the ring. Joe just gave a cannonball to Kripke in the corner. Raid tried to come in and break up the pinfall, but not successful.
Result of a pinfall, King Joe!
Raid's angry, but he should have been faster.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the contest, King Joe! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Honor Austin Fury's memories. We appreciate each and every one of you. Be safe going home.
And that seems to be a wrap. Ken the Metal Professor, the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program, and WVLP from DeMott, Indiana. The Austin Fury Memorial Show. Jared Kripke just went backstage and grabbed Austin's boots, I believe. Gives them to King Joe.
Thank you
everybody for coming out. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. And right now, we're going to formally retire Austin Fury's gear.
Austin Fury! Austin Fury!
Austin Fury!
Come on, I want to hear us! Austin Fury!
Austin, if you can hear us up there, we love you.
And that's the end of the Austin Fury Memorial Show delayed audio coverage. Those guys held it together really, really well during that show for a very emotional event, and it did get pretty emotional there at the end, as you might have been able to tell, as some people tried to speak. So this will go up on YouTube as well, so if you missed any of it and you want to try to listen again or to more parts, you can look for the NWIWRAP, NWIWRAP, Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program. Look for that YouTube channel. It'll be up there in a day or two, I think. And you can check out the other 108 episodes of this little part of the show so far. Tune in next week again, please, for Mostly Metal and possibly delayed audio coverage of Revolution Championship Wrestling's event, Things That Go Bump in the Night, from South Bend, Indiana. I do have a little extra time before this hour wraps up, so I'm going to play a little bit more metal. Let's hear from a band named Hellion Prime.